everybody, this is Sophie Plays Back. I am here with a card review for the Ashes of Outland for Hearthstone, and we are looking at Warrior. So we made it to the end of the list. Warrior never used to be good at Arena, but now they have a lot more cards that can help them out, and I'm hoping with this new set it could actually push Warrior out there, because I think they are struggling a little bit compared to some other classes, but again, they are a lot stronger than they used to be, so I'll give them that. Like, Warrior in the past used to be completely unplayable. But anyway, I'm going to be rating these cards 1 out of 5 stars, 1 star being awful, and then 5 stars being fantastic. Anyway, let's get to it. The next card we have is Bladestorm, so it's a 3 mana epic. It deals 1 damage to all minions, and it repeats until one dies. Okay. So there is another weapon very, very similar to this, if I recall correctly. Oh gosh, my mind's gone blank. But no, there is another card that is 3 mana. I'm pretty sure it's a rare. I haven't seen it for a while, but it deals like 1 damage to everything until something dies. So this is very similar. However, this is deal 1 damage to everything until it dies. And I'm thinking, wow, what strong removal. The only issue being is the fact that obviously it's probably not going to remove everything, it's going to remove the weaker minions first, but say you're going up against aggro or something like that, it's still like a really decent whirlwind. I think this is actually playable in Arena. I think it's a good way to come back if you're behind, which is something you need, again, especially if you're Warrior, because getting yourself back into the game as Warrior is so difficult unless you have like Warpath or somehow manage to draft Brawl, but again, Brawl's quite slow as well, so I'm never a fan of that card. But this one, I think it's actually quite playable. I'll give it 4 stars. I don't think it's a 5-tier card, because obviously I think it could end up quite bad, especially if they have like one little minion in the corner that you just can't get rid of before you can cast this for all the other decent minions, and then obviously that kind of like counteracts it. But yeah, I think it's pretty solid. The next card we have is a Blood Boil Brute. So it's a 7 mana 6/8 rush, and it costs 1 less for each damaged minion. This is not bad. It's rare as well. So even if there's just 1 damaged minion, it's a 6 mana 6/8 rush. That is incredible. That is so strong. I honestly, like, it's even better than like Ogre Brute in a sense. Like, and Ogre Brute doesn't even have rush. Oh my gosh, this is strong. This is a 5-star easily, because you're always bound to have damaged minions on the board. Imagine if you have like a full board of damaged minions. This would be so cheap. Imagine if you played the card before you play this. How fantastic would that be? I think this is a really, really solid card. Yeah, this would definitely see play. I think this is a card you're definitely going to have to watch out for in Arena. The next card we have is a 5 mana 4/5, so I'm not a fan of the stats, but it has Taunt and Death Rattle gain armor equal to this minion's attack. Meh. Also, it's called Scrap Golem, and it's rare, so you're probably going to be offered this, but not all the time. It's very understated for a 5 mana card. It's basically like a Yeti, kind of. What's another card that's kind of similar to this? I guess like Apple Bomb, you can probably compare this to. Like, this gives you a little bit more health than Apple Bomb. Well, armor equals health, really. So I guess it's a little bit better if you were to choose between those 2 cards. But I don't know, I'm not really that much of a fan of it. I think I'll give this a 3, because people still pick Apple Bomb. I still pick Apple Bomb, and it helps me out. And I think I'm just going to compare it to this card. If anything, this gives you more health. If it's buffed, it gives you even more, which is fantastic. But at the same time, it's not out there, and it's not really that incredible. The next card we have is a 2 mana rare. It's a spell. It's called Corsair Cache. So it's draw a weapon, give it +1/+1. Okay, so the thing with Arena is I've drafted I've drafted warrior decks that have had like near no weapons. But knowing my luck, if I were to ever draft this card, I would draft the like only weapon in my deck and then this. And I feel as though there are some minions out there that actually give you weapons as well, rather than you just having a weapon in that deck. And I'm not a fan of it. I don't know. I think it's maybe a little bit slow. Like there's another card where you can draw 2 weapons from your deck that we have in Arena at the moment. And I don't know. It's just like, yes, you're drawing your removal early, but you're just taking so much more damage from the ongoing board if you're wasting your turn just drawing it. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. Like obviously give it +1/+1. Cool. But I never like cards like these, so I'm gonna give it a 2. The next card we have is a 3-mana 3/3. It's a common. It's called Bone Chewer Raider. I had to think about that. I don't know why. Battle cry: if there is a damaged minion, gain +1/+1 and rush. Oh wow. So yeah, say you're about to trade into your board and you want to value trades. So that's how you'd somehow get like the damaged minion on board, and then you just chuck this down on turn 3. It's a 3-mana 4/4. Even if you don't have to kill anything with it, it's still insanely strong. Like, and even without the battle cry, it's still a 3-mana 3/3. Like, I think it's really good, and you're always going to have, it's very likely you're going to have damaged minions on board. It always happens one way or another. So I'm going to give this a 5. I think this will always work out. The next card we have is a 1-mana common. It's called Sword and Board. Deal 2 damage to a minion, gain 2 armor. So that's okay actually, because the thing is, warrior don't really have many pings. And also the hero power is probably the most useless hero power in Arena. So I quite like this. It gives them like some kind of removal. It's kind of similar to Bash but cheaper. It deals more damage for the mana cost, which is quite nice. Yeah, I think this is definitely worth picking. I don't think it's overpowered. I think it's just the right amount of damage. I'm gonna give it 3 stars. The reason it's rated quite average is because, again, it's only 2 damage and you've got the gain 2 armor effect, which obviously doesn't do much for you in Arena, but it's still really, really good for Warrior because obviously they have no way of pinging stuff off. So the next one we have is a 3-mana epic, Warmaul Challengers. Now it's a 1/10 and battle cry: choose an enemy minion, battle it to the death. So I'm assuming this keeps hitting that enemy minion until it dies. Okay, so it's a 3-mana card. Your opponent's going to play, let's say, a 4/3. Why not? So you choose this minion to attack it. It attacks it 3 times and it's dead. It kills it off, but it's dead. Because obviously that 4/3 is going to end up dealing 12 damage to it. If this is what I think it does anyway, if it just keeps attacking it, I'm assuming that's how it works. If it's a 3/4, then yeah, it kills it, but obviously this dies again. Yeah, it's okay against 2-mana cards though, because if it's like a 3/2, then you're only has to attack into it twice, then it's still alive with 4 health. And then if it's like a 2/3, then again it's alive with 4 health. I don't know. I guess you would buff it. I think that would be like the cause, but I don't know how Warrior can buff this in their hand. I can't think of a card that could do it unless you could give it taunt somehow. Because they have like taunt minions in your hand, but they don't have like any buffs for minions in particular. So I think this is kind of like a 2. Like I'm not a fan really. Like I guess it's some form of removal, but it's not going to be that great. The next card we have is a weapon, so it's a 3 mana 1/4 legendary weapon. I don't know why my voice goes like that when I said legendary. So it's called Bulwark of Azinov. Whenever your hero would take damage, this loses 1 durability instead. So whenever your hero would take damage, this loses 1 durability instead. Right, okay, so if someone hits you in the face or something, the weapon takes that damage and then it loses that durability for that damage that was dealt. That's what I'm assuming. I'm probably reading into it completely wrong. Yeah, I guess it's okay. It's kind of like both. Sorry, my cat's come to say hi because she's a sweetheart. In Arena, this seems absolutely useless. I guess it's a ping. It has 4 durabilities, and it stops you from taking lots and lots of damage, which I think it's okay. To be honest, I'd rather that Hunter card, you know, the 1 mana 1/3 makes you immune for a turn. I feel as though that's just a little bit better. And obviously your opponent can just ping it away for like nothing. So I honestly don't think this is any good in Arena. I think I'm going to give it 1 star. I think it's so understated for a weapon and it's just going to disappear in no time. And then the last card we have is a 4 mana 4/4 rush. Nice. It's called Gargarth Blade Fist. And he shuffles Gargarth Prime into your deck. Okay, so just looking at it now, it's a 4 mana 4/4 with rush. So it's probably going to survive whatever it kills if it's like a free... Half the time if it's a 3 mana card, if it's like a 3/4. If it's a 4/3, it's dead. It's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I'll take that. And then the next card we have is 8 mana 10/10. Whenever this attacks and kills a minion, gain 10 armor. Wow. Okay, that is incredibly strong. So the first card I'm okay with. Like, it's still solid. But this card's... So it's an 8 mana 10/10 for starters. Those stats are crazy, just on its own. But it has rush. There's no limitations about hitting face as well, so that's really good. And when it kills a minion, you can gain 10 armor. So say you are really, really behind. This is a really good way of catching up because it like basically heals you. This is just, again, another Prime card, another 5-star rating. Like, honestly, all of the Prime cards I've seen so far are absolutely fantastic. And if you offered any of these in Arena, just take them, to be honest. I think they're worth going for. Obviously, they don't do it right away. You have to draw the second card, but I think it's so worth it. It gives you that value that you're looking for. And even, like, the first card is always still really strong anyway. So you're not really missing out, even if you just get to play like the first one. But yeah, that is all the cards for Warrior. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. We are going to do Demon Hunter next, which I am super looking forward to. Demon Hunter will be the final class, and then I'm going to look into commons, rares, and epics. Please stay tuned and have a good one. Bye.